Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our Monday. It is insanely windy and insanely freezing here, and it really stinks. It was beautiful yesterday, and we were so excited to get up this morning, and the pool is like practically, it's like that much more, and then it's filled up. It's still freezing cold, but these crazy kids still swim in it. And we were like so excited, and then we woke up this morning and the wind is like next level and it is ice cold. It's so cold. And so even just going out to like feed the chickens, turn the filter on the pool and like do a couple things, I was like, oh my gosh, get inside. This is ridiculous. So we had a great weekend and we pray you guys did as well. Hopefully you got to catch the homemaker video from yesterday. So we had every other week for our church, because every Sunday we stream a church service at 1 p.m. Eastern, but every other week we have an evening service as well. And so that always goes. I mean, all of our services, we end up going for a couple hours or so, just, with between my husband and then his associate pastor and like what they have to share, and then answering questions and discussing and that type of thing. So last night I told the kids, I said, okay, we can go ahead and do like family movie night, something to kind of keep them occupied while daddy's busy, joining in with that. I'm listening too, but I can at least be, there with the kids. And we went ahead and we watched National Treasure, which I remember that movie when it came out and I loved it. And I love just all of the theories and kind of underground things and whatever. So we started watching it last night and we got to like the last half hour when they tell them that there's treasure isn't there and then the bad guys go away. And so we haven't finished it. And so I told the kids last night, because it was so super late, I said, don't worry. As soon as we wake up in the morning, we're going to go curl up on that couch. We're going to have a nice slow Monday morning, which is awesome because my head is pounding with the pressure change and all of the wind and pollen. But I said we could finish the movie. I'm just keeping up on my peppermint tea instead of coffee. I actually went ahead and I made myself a cup of coffee this weekend after doing peppermint tea last week, because I was like, oh, I'll have a cup of coffee with our son. And I was like, yeah, I miss my tea. It really doesn't take long once you switch over. So enjoying my tea this morning. Also, I was sharing with you guys how I've not been feeling well lately. So I have switched up kind of a vitamin regimen, trying to do this. And then I'm also working to cut out all sugar, grains, and dairy for a while as I try to get my hormones rebalanced, because right now things are totally out of whack and it has made me just feel miserable for too long now. So I am, which honestly for me, I could live off of like smoothies and stuff like that near exclusively. So we'll see how I do. But I'm just not feeling super amazing this morning. So I'm totally cool. We're going to go curl up. We're going to watch our show. I really don't know what today is going to hold for us because I have planned nothing specific. My husband has been so busy preparing for sermons each Sunday, and we're trying to make Mondays kind of his like chill kind of day off. And so I'm trying to keep the things that we're doing very minimal and simple. So that way it's not him trying to rest and relax for his one day a week that I try to get him to rest. And we're like busy and doing a bunch of stuff. So for us, we were in the wedding industry for a decade. So it's kind of how life was for us. So this really isn't that unusual for our family's rhythm, because like Wednesday through Sunday was always my busiest time of the week, and then Monday was off day. We were exhausted by then after doing multiple weddings over the weekend. So for us, we're kind of good with a slow, quiet Monday. So I don't know how much we'll have in store, but we'll see if anything comes up or sparks into my mind that I just have to share with you guys. So hope you guys are doing okay this week, hanging in there, doing good, staying safe and healthy. I am going to go curl up and see the National Treasure scene. You guys ready for movie morning?
Yep. Yeah, more girlfriend.
You ready?
Let's turn on the TV.
You turn on the TV, dude.
We're all comfortable.
Thank you, Nan, for letting us get into your Netflix account so we can watch a couple things. Not that there's much of anything worth watching on Netflix.
There's a lot of history.
Yeah.
There is a lot of historical. Oh, look at your picture. It's you and a cat. Mm-hmm. Very good. Didn't you draw a picture, Lily?
Yes.
I didn't draw anything.
Travis.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to show you.
Hi, dude, man. Come sit with me. Oh, very cute. All right, hurry and turn it for bad stuff shows. Bumby, it's really loud. Why don't you go turn it down a few?
National treasure.
Shoot us then. Either way, we're gonna die.
Mom?
Nobody's gonna die. There's another way out. Where?
No, boo.
Through the treasure room.
What?
All right, Gigi, do you like the movie?
Well, and math twice. Can we watch it?
So yes, you like the movie. What do you want to do today?
Watch it again.
No, I just told you before I started the camera. You can't just sit here and say you want to watch it over and over again.
Can we watch it?
Oh my gosh. You don't get a pick then. Travis, anything you want to do today? Buy a Crusader helmet.
I would like to play video games and
Oh my word.
go to the store.
She
and
literally
spend $1.
just sat down and told you do not talk about video games.
Ben, what do you want to do besides rip up your sister's picture into a million little pieces?
What did you think we were gonna say? Like, we want to clean the entire house.
No, I didn't know if there's anything you guys wanted to do or learn about or work on or
There are
anything.
things we could learn about.
Can we watch the
I
Twilight
always have
Zone?
things we can learn
Ooh,
about.
we can watch Twilight Zone? The ones that you've already watched.
Oh my goodness. You guys are awful at this.
Your mom is awful at this.
Oh, got him. I'm telling Nan. Nan, they said you're awful. Oh, you guys scared the baby. Are you okay? No? Okay. She's not okay.
This is what I try to put a neck on a cat.
Ah,
It's terrifying.
baby. A cat with a neck. Stop tearing up so many pages. No, stop giving her more pages to destroy. You girls are so destructive.
What? I literally ripped one page off. Well, besides the one in my pocket, but Travis didn't like it.
Travis, what do you and I want to do today?
Buy cat ears from Walmart?
Why on earth would we buy cat ears?
We want to sit down and watch all the things that I like.
No, the fake ones. Like the fake ones that I like. No.
Dad said you need to learn about some American history, not just European history. We could watch the no, we could watch the oh dang it, Sons of Liberty.
No.
So good. You don't even know what it is.
I want to watch Treasure thing.
Okay, let go. Nobody can see. It's too close to your eyeballs. Well, you guys with the papers, really?
Mom,
What?
can you stop?
Can you stop tearing up papers?
Look at my slime.
Thank you, Ben.
It's Mom, Virginia, Dad, Bumby, Travis, Lily, Vulcan.
Very good. All right.
Tyler.
So sure enough, yes, again today, my sinuses and all of this in here is just like, it's killing me. It's so painful. So I just want to go curl, and it's freezing cold. So then I really just want to go get like curled up, cozied up, and like not move. But I wanted to share with you guys, because I know quite a few of us have had conversations now. I share with you guys that for the past while now, it's very much in a hormonal imbalance, I believe. But my hair is falling out like crazy. My skin has been trash. My nails are nothing. They're so brittle and weak. They've been awful, and that is so unlike me. I already eat a pretty healthy and clean diet. I need to be doing better. So that is definitely, something that I do need to work on, because it seemed like we had a lot of family and people coming out. So we just kept adjusting our diet and what we were doing, and like letting more things in, and me not being as like diligent about things. And then that just kind of happens. So I try to eat a clean and organic, non-GMO diet. I just try to eat real food is really my focus. I don't have like any set thing that I do. Pickle, your puppy needs in. But I try to eat foods that God created. That's my focus. That's what I aim for. Clean, healthy ingredients. So looking at all of this, and I think, kind of doing a few different things and looking at some of this different stuff, I do think some of it might be too the extended breastfeeding for our daughter Olivia. She only nurses like at night and in the morning, but I really think that there's just certain levels for me that have been like completely depleted, and so I'm seeing a lot of this. So I am kind of starting myself back into a vitamin regimen of really upping my vitamin D levels and things like that, and getting that in with a multivitamin as I kind of step back up into different nutrients and kind of figuring out what I need and where things start to feel right, and kind of looking at different things. And then as far as food, the food part of it, the actual like diet part of it, is I am right now, I love intermittent fasting. I think it's fantastic. We've seen great results of it. But when it comes to these sinus headaches that turn into migraines up here, not eating in the morning and needing to take stuff to try to help to relieve this makes me really, really nauseous and really, really sick. So I'm not going to stress that right now, just because it's kind of a no-win situation in that front. But I am trying, looking at all the different things, hormone reset and things like that, eliminating certain things out of my diet to try to help my body reset, and then I can kind of reintroduce them back in small portions to see kind of where anything might be. So I am aiming here to cut out sugars, dairy, and wheat, and grains. So that is what I am going to start doing, which kind of terrifies me because I feel like as soon as I say, no, stop eating those things, and that's all I want is to eat those things, which I know is just like a mental part of it. But I really want to start kind of trying to tackle some of these things. I don't plan on being like insanely rigid and uptight about it, because then I just end up being stressed the whole time about it, which if I'm trying to heal my hormones, being stressed or worked up about it kind of seems to defeat the purpose. But gonna start working into that to see, even with like the meals, I already did our shopping for the month. Well, I don't think, did I do a complete month? Maybe I did like 3 weeks. I did that a couple weeks ago. So we still have like a week and a half, I believe, left of already pre-bought groceries and pre-planned meals. So kind of is what it is. I can't go back and change that. We've spent our allotment for that. We have the food, and so that's what we're going to be doing. So there are some things, again, most of the stuff we eat is already pretty clean and pretty natural. I'm going to look at ways that I can leave any of the wheat products out, or, either out of the meal altogether, out of me. Same with the dairy. I'm not a big sugar person anyways. We cut a lot of that out already anyways. But I will be kind of trying to just make some adjustments as best as I can between now and then, to try to stay on this. And so the other thing I'm going to try is, my friend uses this and she absolutely loves it. It is, it's maybe not like the best one out there in the entire world, but it's good quality. It's a good product, and it's extremely cost effective. So she gets this Nature's Bounty Complete Protein and Vitamin Shake Mix. So what I am planning to do, what she does with hers is she puts this in with like a non-dairy milk, and then throws in a handful of like mixed berries and makes it like a smoothie shake type thing. So that's what I am going to try this morning. I tried it just the regular shake mix with soy milk, and it kind of tasted like you're drinking a brownie. I was kind of impressed at like how good it was, and it wasn't like a chalky kind of protein mix taste like you get so often. So I'm going to try that today with adding a little bit of the mixed berries in and making this, and trying to substitute my maybe like breakfast or lunch with having a shake. There is some sugar in this. It isn't a ton, and it's a stevia extract, so I'm kind of okay with that. So it does have a little bit, but not a ton. But this is keeping everything else that I'm going for here out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and try this as a little shake again, because I am trying to just refill my body with nutrients. So where do you keep finding screwdrivers? I can never find a screwdriver when I need one, and yet Olivia pulls out screwdrivers all the time. Don't know where they come from. My point, though, is I am trying to cut out any things that can be causing some underlying issues and kind of aiding in, just a hostile environment within my body, while trying to refill myself with as many nutrients and things as I can to hopefully try to get my levels back up, and then I can kind of figure out what's what and what's going on. So I figured I would share with you all that I got this. It's like $8 on Amazon, you guys. I did look it up on Walmart because we have a Walmart here in town. So I did look it up to see if it would be, they didn't have it in store for me, number one, and to order it through them and get it sent would cost more than Amazon. So a lot of times I find Amazon is kind of now becoming the more expensive option, but I actually got this for less. And they say it's 13 servings per container. So 13 servings at $8. I'm going to do, it says to do 2 scoops. I'm going to do 1 scoop because the 2 scoops I did the other day, it was a lot. It was a bit too much for me. So I'm going to try just 1 scoop, which would make this last me nearly a month, if that is what it is, and I make a shake a day. So this with taking some nutrients. I do have my oil diffuser going with some peppermint, lavender, and lemon in it to try to help with some of this allergy stuff with the pollen and everything blowing around outside today. And yeah. Oh, it fell off? I'll fix it. Thank you. And then I love doing veggie and fruit smoothies. I make those nearly daily anyways and could totally live off of them if given a chance. So these are just the things I figured I would share with you guys since I was talking about it last week with not feeling so well, and hoping that I can kind of start kick-starting myself to do that. But, cutting out any of the things that we know are the things we shouldn't be drinking. If you're drinking a ton of coffee, start switching to some tea. Can you please get off of the oven? You want a vitamin? Hold, please. But doing the things that we know we should be doing, if you're drinking a ton of coffee, start switching over to some tea. I know I started doing, my mom, I happened to look it up. My mom sent me boxes and boxes of peppermint tea. Mom, why were you buying so much peppermint tea? And then you tried it and decided you didn't like it? I don't know where it came from, but she literally sent me like a bag full of peppermint tea. So that has 2 cups of peppermint tea is like the same equivalent of caffeine that you would get in a cup of coffee. I drink like a cup of coffee in the morning anyways. I'm not like a huge, I don't think it's smart that we rely on any substance for something. So like if you're one of those people that you have to have, 5 cups of coffee to get up and get going, like there's a problem there. There's something there. Like you should be able to get up and get going without all of that. The same thing when I had my husband detox off of Red Bull. I'm like, if you have to have a Red Bull to get up and get going in the morning, like there's bigger issues there that you probably need to do something about. So, making changes like drinking herbal teas and drinking other things. I cut out soda years ago. I drink 1 sparkling water every afternoon, and it's like such a special treat, and I love it. I didn't have a drink the other day, and we were in the car, and I was so thirsty, and my brother had gotten a soda, and I took a sip of his soda, like a teeny tiny one, like just enough to like wet my tongue because I was so thirsty, and it was awful. It was like drinking like just syrup. I don't know. It was so gross. But making sure that we are drinking plenty of water throughout the day, lots of herbal teas, eating foods that are the foods that God created. So if it has a label with a million different ingredients that you don't know what they are, like that's a problem and you probably shouldn't be consuming it. Making sure that the most of the foods we eat are vegetables and fruits and, and things like that, and trying to fill ourselves with those good things. And then I am also adding in some additional vitamins and stuff to kind of, again, like I said, just kind of figure out where these levels are and what's missing, and try to help balance these things out. So that's the plan anyways, Lord willing. Hopefully it starts to make some changes and differences, because I am sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. It's not that bad. I'm fine. It's just feeling that feeling of exhaustion all the time. And when I have so much to do, it's hard. So, oh, this is the sweater that I think someone put gum in. Yep. That's gross. Okay. On that note, I'm going to go make my shake. soy milk, a handful of mixed berries that are frozen, a scoop of the powder I just shared with you guys, and I put some flaxseed. I always throw some ground flaxseed into everything. Wow. It tastes like a chocolate milkshake. Yeah, like a chocolate milkshake with a little bit of like a berry afterbite to it. This is surprisingly good. Swapping over some of this stuff might not be as hard as I was afraid it might be, because. Alright. I'm going to take my multivitamin and a few D3, an A and an E vitamin soft gel, and then go sit down and snuggle the kiddos for a little bit. Because this, you guys, it's too much. But this is a win. Alrighty guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up today. Afternoon has gone by, it's finally warmed up a little bit. I don't feel awesome. So I wanna go ahead and share. I shared a little bit about some things that I'm doing to try to help. Oh my goodness, I'm getting a phone call, hold please. So apparently my chickens are misbehaving, so I'm gonna have to go out there and deal with that here in 2 seconds. But I figured I would share with you guys, obviously share with you a little bit about things I'm doing to try to help balance my body, get my hormones back in line, and hopefully get feeling better. I also did pick up, don't mind the cleaning happening back on the counter, which is a mess yet again. I don't know how that happens. I did pick up these 2 teas from Walmart. This beauty tea with collagen, considering my nails and hair and skin are really not doing so well. And then this one is a detox and cleanse tea. So I picked these up to try. We shall see how that goes. But I have been collecting and I have been gifted some various different bulbs and stuff for my flower garden. I am a florist by trade, and so something that I really, really enjoy is growing stuff that is the stuff that I like to clip and cut and use anyways. So I may not be doing my floral business really anymore. And the events that I did have planned are now canceled due to coronavirus. But I don't know, that it's like an art form that I really enjoy. And so having stuff like that I can plant and clip and use is something that is really important to me. So kind of collecting all of these pieces and having them on hand is, I love gardening. It's something that I really enjoy. My mom always did it. She still does to this day. And it's something I love being out there and doing the same. So I figured I would share with you guys before we close this out today, just some of the things that I have collected and have, so that way I can just share what I have and what you guys will be seeing, hopefully popping up here soon. What are you doing back there, baby? Hey, dude. Yeah. So she is out there picking in my plants actually right now while we speak. So I should probably get out there and check on that, call my chickens, and I'll show you what I got. So I will need to do a tour probably in a couple weeks or so as things continue to kind of bloom and open up. It might make a little more sense if you can see the things a little bit better, but do a tour of the things that I do have growing around the property. And what? I don't know what you're looking at. What? Yeah, I'm wearing your brother's shoes. Yes, I'm wearing Bubba's shoes. So I will have to share with you guys the things that I do have growing. And then I'll let you know when I am picking stuff out, I think of it in terms of either the things I want to design, as far as cut arrangements, or even in planters. I always think of things in the design, the creation. I just laid all those out. No, ma'am. And how I want the planters or the space that I'm putting them in, like how I want that overall design to look, making sure that I have things that are higher, things that go out, things that are going to drape down and get the different layers of texture and color that I'm looking for. She's destroying everything, so I'm going to stop even telling you about it and just show you what I have. Who wants to guess, oops, as I fall backwards, do you think the baby had a proper nap today? My guess is no. The old toilet from the bathroom has not gone anywhere yet, but my husband did totally nix and say that I cannot turn it into a planter, because I said, hey, we could just turn those into planters, that'll be fun. Are you going to cry the whole time, sweetheart? No? Doing okay? All right, so these are kind of my collected things that I have not gotten planted yet. I have a bleeding heart, which we had one of these when we very first moved out here, and it was so stinking cool. I got some lily of the valley, and these were things that I've collected, things that have been gifted. We got a kind of a mixture. These are my favorite dahlias ever. Dahlias are very, very delicate when you are using them to design. Sweetheart, what do you want? Are you just mad? You're mad because I'm wearing your brother's shoes, or you're mad because you want chicken? Okay, honey, you love them too aggressively and it becomes an issue. Okay, guys, peonies are my favorite flowers in the whole wide world. And every year I've talked about growing some, and then I end up talking myself out of it. Every year, you guys, I talk myself out of it because they can be more delicate, they take a while to bloom, yada yada, whatever. This year I was like, you know what, forget it, I'm getting some peonies. So I got some Sarah Barnharts, some of these Festiva Maxima, I got a Felix Cruz back here. And then Walmart had these, I don't know, Vivid, just another type of a pink peony. So $6 for 2 roots, so that's a really good deal. So I got those. This is my husband's favorite. So he gets elephant ears. They are his favorite in the whole wide world ever since we moved out to the East Coast, so we got to have some elephant ears for him. And then there's 15 bulbs of stargazers and expression in here. These are really high quality lilies, huge blooms, great fragrance. The all white ones, the Casablancas, those are gorgeous as well. Super excited for the lilies. And then some container stuff, rosemary. I did a wedding for one gal, and her mom had massive bushes of rosemary all down their home in South Charlotte. It was absolutely stunning. And she cut tons and tons of sprigs to use in the floral arrangements. And so I saved a bunch of her sprigs to try to propagate my own. Out of like 100 and some odd sprigs I kept, only one got root, and I have it, it's over there, and it's still so tiny. So I went ahead and got these. It was $6 a container at Walmart for this rosemary. Super fragrant. So I did get 2 of these to grow up. I'll probably put these in the ground, not in a container, and let them get big and bushy. And then for a container, I get these cheap buckets. They have them at Lowe's or Walmart, just these black plastic ones. And then I just take a drill and put a couple little holes in the bottom of them for drainage. Leave them outside. You can put them on a little stand. I honestly even use them for indoor planting stuff. I love them because they're cheap and they're just very simple and sleek, which is my favorite. Don't mind the kids screaming in the pool. So I got some Spanish lavender to go in there, which I love the Spanish lavender. And then I got some caladium to go in with them. These are some of my favorite plants. You have to get them every year. I usually keep some in the house too, but I love those. So I'm going to put those in with the Spanish lavender. And then I got this little vinca vine to go in there, and that way I have something that can kind of drape over the edge as well. So that was kind of my super exciting quarantine activity. I picked up these fresh plants back here so I could put a couple things in and around the yard. So those were my exciting things, I guess, to share today with this kind of just relaxed day into all of this. So you guys, I'm sure, will see me kind of planting on and working on some of these things. But yeah, I guess that's it. I really don't have anything very exciting today. Praying you guys are having a good day and just doing well with your kiddos, wrapping up school years. I know most of us are either almost done or just finishing up. So yeah, that's that. I've got big kids playing in the pool and a 2-year-old continuing to have a meltdown. So I'm going to go give her some snuggles and see if we can't get her life to calm back down. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.